Most people expect to have a car payment. That's not the issue. The issue is you may not fully realize what you are committing to, because it may feel like a small monthly decision. But in reality, buying a car is one of the biggest financial commitments you can make. I think the most significant part of the whole process is when you're making the decision, the focus is on the monthly payment. Your thinking moves from, can I afford this car, to, can I afford this monthly payment? And those are two different things. So you're not really looking at what the total cost of the car payment is or how long you'll be making payments. You really are just looking at, can this fit into my monthly budget? This big decision is strategically broken down into small pieces. And when the decision feels small, it's easier for you to say yes. The next thing about car payments is it feels absolutely normal. There is an expectation that you'll have a car payment. Everybody has a car payment, right? From a social perspective, it's very accepted. And so for you, it doesn't feel risky. It feels normal. Everybody has it. But what you don't see is the pressure behind that. You don't see the trade-offs that are being made so you can afford that monthly payment. The next thing that influences your car purchase significantly is the emotional pull. A lot of times when we're making the decision, it's not just about the car. Getting this new car can feel like a reward for how hard you've worked. You may feel like you have been working for 10, 15, 20 years and you deserve to have this new car. You may see it as a sign that you're progressing. It becomes that symbol that says, yes, I am moving up. Or it may feel like simply that you've waited long enough. Now is the time for you to get into that car that you've always wanted. Maybe you're in your 40s, even in your 50s, and you're saying to yourself, well, if not now, when? The car starts to represent something bigger than it. And what we also have to be mindful of is when the car now starts to become an extension of our own identity. Definitely at that point, it really is no longer about the car. And what I mean is the car starts to become about how it makes you feel, how you see yourself. It starts to become that symbol of respect for you. You feel like you're gonna be respected if you're in this nicer, newer car. And when that starts to happen, it's even harder for you to say no to what may look like a deal. Now, I want to be clear. This isn't about just telling you what to do with your money. I am not trying to do that. It's just about understanding the full decision before you actually make it. A significant part of committing to a car payment is the structure of this payment. What is the long-term implications? Or what is the long-term cost? In many cases, once you say yes, you're committing to years of monthly payments. And over time, this commitment will affect your flexibility and your ability to make other financial decisions. You're not just paying for a car, you are committing your future income to the overall cost of this car. Over 20 years ago, when I wanted to educate myself financially, I started to look at what would be the right approach to take when purchasing a car, because it was a big commitment. And there were some schools of thought as it relates to this, and I'll share it with you. The first school of thought was try to buy a car cash. Now, more than likely it would be a used car, but there's nothing wrong with that. The ideal situation to be in would be to get a car and not have a car payment at all. The next school of thought was, if you can't buy the car cash, then save up a down payment and have a car loan for no more than 3 years. The reasoning behind that was pretty simple. One, you didn't want to be carrying a monthly payment for many years. Now I'm seeing car payments for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years even. But back then, you wanted to make sure that you don't have a loan expense for longer than you absolutely needed to. And when you're able to pay off the car in 3 years, now you can redirect that monthly payment that you were making to something else, your emergency fund, saving, investing, things of that nature. Or for some people, by the time 3 years is up, you want another car anyway. So at least you would not be rolling over debt into a new car. Now, after some time, reality is gonna set in. The excitement over that new car is gonna fade. I completely understand the emotions surrounding a car. I had a luxury car on my vision board in my 20s for years, and I eventually bought that car. But the truth is that new feeling wears off. You know, when I got the car, I was excited, my family was excited, my friends loved the car, you know, everybody celebrated with me. It was such a huge milestone. But the point I'm making is, after a while, you know, that new feeling wears off. The car becomes normal to you. Most of the time, you're not thinking about that car. You're living your life. You're thinking about the kids. You're thinking about your job. You're thinking about maybe your parents, what you need to do. Those things consume you. And the car isn't even a major thought at that point in time. But the payment, the commitment is still there. Every single month. You are not going to feel the cost immediately when you buy that car. You feel it over time. And depending on the type of car you buy, the associated expenses surrounding that car can be significant. No matter what car you buy, if you're not paying attention and making sure that it is something that you can really afford, the costs surrounding that car can add up very, very quickly and put you in a situation where you're feeling financially pressured when you did not expect that at all. If you're focused on that monthly payment, you'll end up making a long-term decision based on something that feels small in the moment. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. And if your finances feel a little overwhelming right now, I do have another video that I think will help you. It's how to fix your finances when you feel overwhelmed. I'll link it on the screen here for you or in the description below. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, take good care. Bye-bye.